Hello and welcome to PantryTalk Weekly Recap. I'm your host, Chloe.
And I'm Liam. It's great to have you with us.
This is our weekly show where we discuss the biggest business news stories from Asia and around the world. We use clear, simple business English to help you stay informed and improve your language skills at the same time.
Exactly. We keep it relaxed and easy to understand. Today, we've got 3 really interesting topics lined up.
That's right. First, we'll look at Venezuela's oil market and what it means for global energy. Then we'll dive into Samsung's amazing profit forecast, which is all about the AI boom.
And finally, we'll talk about the tech giant NVIDIA and its new AI platform, which is named Vera Rubin.
And as always, we'll recap some of the key business vocabulary at the end of the show. So, let's get started.
Sounds good, Priya. Let's talk about oil.
All right, our first story is about Venezuela. The country has some of the largest oil reserves in the world. And it's been in the news a lot recently because the United States is showing new interest in its oil.
That's interesting. I thought Venezuela had a lot of oil. Why don't they produce more of it?
That's a great question, Tom. It's complicated. For years, their production has been very low. There are a few reasons. First, international sanctions have made it difficult for them to sell oil and get the investment they need.
Right, sanctions.
Second, the type of oil they have is called extra heavy. This means it's very thick and expensive to get out of the ground and refine into gasoline. It requires a lot of technology and money, so their output or total production is low.
So it's not easy oil to produce. And now the U.S. is interested again? What could that mean for the global supply of oil?
Well, if Venezuela can increase its output, it could add more oil to the global market. This increase in supply could help to lower oil prices around the world. But it would require a huge amount of investment to fix their oil industry.
And what does that mean for regular people? Would we see a change at the gas pump?
Potentially, yes. The market price of oil affects everything, from fuel costs for our cars to the price of goods in stores because of transportation costs. So more supply can help control inflation.
That makes sense.
But here's another piece of the puzzle. China, which has been a major customer for Venezuelan oil, is quickly transitioning to electric vehicles, or EVs.
Oh, so their need for oil might go down?
Exactly. In the long term, China's demand for oil is expected to decrease. This shows a big shift in the global energy market. So while there is new interest in Venezuela's oil now, the future is uncertain.
So, many factors at play. The sanctions, the cost of production, and changing demand from big countries like China, it's a complex situation. You mentioned China's demand is changing. Can you tell us more about that? It seems like a big part of the story.
Absolutely. China's shift to electric vehicles is happening incredibly fast. Their EV market is now the largest in the world, which means their long-term need for oil is set to drop significantly. It shows a clear contrast in strategy. China is investing heavily in the future of energy, which is renewables, while the U.S. is looking to traditional energy sources like oil to meet its current needs.
So, with all these challenges, is the Venezuelan oil actually profitable to produce?
That's a key question. Because the oil is extra heavy, It's incredibly expensive and difficult to refine. Some economists are skeptical, suggesting that the idea of Venezuela becoming wealthy from this oil might not be realistic given the high production costs and the world's shift away from fossil fuels. It really is. Now let's shift from energy to technology. Our next story is about the South Korean giant, Samsung Electronics.
Okay, I'm ready. What's the big news with Samsung?
Samsung is expecting a huge increase in its profits. The company released a forecast for its fourth quarter operating profit, and it's expected to be almost 3 times higher than the same period last year.
Wow, that's a massive jump. What's behind it? Is it their phones? The new Galaxy models?
Good guess, but it's not mainly their phones this time. The biggest reason is the high demand for memory chips.
Memory chips. Okay, can you explain what those are in simple terms?
Of course. Think of memory chips as the short-term memory for computers and servers. They are essential for running powerful applications, especially artificial intelligence. The big data centers that power AI need thousands and thousands of these high-performance chips.
Okay. So why does AI demand affect Samsung's profits so much?
Because the AI industry is growing incredibly fast, and it needs a lot of these powerful memory chips. Samsung is one of the world's biggest semiconductor manufacturers.
A major manufacturer.
Right. And right now, there is a global shortage of these advanced chips. When demand is high and supply is low, prices go up. This means Samsung can sell their chips for more money, which leads to higher earnings.
That makes perfect sense. You mentioned Samsung released a forecast. What does that word mean exactly?
A forecast is a prediction of future financial performance. Companies use their current data to estimate how much money they will make in the next quarter or year. It's an important piece of information for investors.
Got it. So a forecast is like a business prediction, and Samsung is predicting very good things. Is this high demand for memory chips expected to continue?
Yes, analysts believe the current chip shortage will persist for a while. The market for these advanced memory chips is expected to grow significantly in the coming years as AI technology becomes more common in all industries.
Are there any downsides for Samsung in this situation? It sounds like only good news.
That's a great point. So while the chip division is booming, it creates a challenge for their other product lines. It's a double-edged sword. Their own success in one area increases costs in another. Very good things indeed. The AI boom is really helping them.
This seems like a perfect lead-in to our next story.
It is. Speaking of companies at the center of the AI boom, our final story is about NVIDIA. They just made a big announcement at CES in Las Vegas.
Okay, first question. What is CES and why is this a big deal?
CES, or the Consumer Electronics Show, is one of the biggest technology trade shows in the world. All the major tech companies go there to show off their latest products. And NVIDIA is a key player in the AI industry. Their chips power most of the world's AI systems.
The big tech show in Vegas. Right. So what did NVIDIA announce?
They announced that their next-generation AI platform, named Vera Rubin, is now in full production.
A new AI platform. Why does that matter for businesses? What does a new chip platform actually do?
It matters a lot. This new platform is much more efficient. It can run AI models faster and using less energy. This significantly cuts the cost of using AI for businesses.
You said it's more efficient. Do we know how much more efficient it is?
Yes, and the specifics are quite impressive. The Vera Rubin platform can cut the cost of running AI models to about 1/10 of the previous system. For training these large models, it can do the job with roughly 1/4 the number of chips. Those are huge improvements.
Oh, okay. So cheaper AI means more companies can afford to use it. It sounds like NVIDIA is completely dominant. Do they have any serious competition?
That's a very important question. While NVIDIA is the clear leader now, some of their biggest customers, like major cloud computing companies, are starting to design their own custom AI chips. This is a potential long-term risk. However, NVIDIA's advantage is that they provide a complete integrated system of hardware and software. That's very difficult for competitors to replicate. Precisely. When AI processing becomes more affordable, it drives more adoption. More businesses can build AI into their products and services. This affects everything from cloud computing services to the infrastructure inside large companies. By making more powerful and efficient chips, NVIDIA strengthens its market position as the leader in AI.
And when they say it's in full production, that means it's ready to be made and sold to customers?
Yes, that's exactly what it means. It's moving from the design phase to the factory floor. So we can expect to see this new technology in data centers soon.
Very exciting. It feels like AI technology is moving faster every day.
It certainly is. And that brings us to the end of our 3 stories. So, Liam, let's do a quick recap.
Let's do it. We covered a lot of ground today.
We started with Venezuela's oil industry. We talked about how challenges with sanctions and investment affect its output.
Right. And that story was all about supply and demand and how that can affect the market price of oil for everyone.
Then we moved to Samsung. Their big news was a very positive profit forecast, and we learned this was because of high demand for their memory chips, which are crucial for AI.
And in that story, we defined some key terms. For example, Samsung's operating profit, which is the money a company makes from its main business.
Exactly. And their forecast, or prediction, was very strong. Finally, with NVIDIA, we heard about their new AI platform going into full production.
Yes, and that new, more efficient platform could make AI cheaper and more accessible for businesses everywhere, strengthening NVIDIA's market position.
So, from energy markets to semiconductors, it's been a busy week in business news. We hope this discussion was helpful for you.
Thank you so much for listening to PantryTalk Weekly. Join us again next week for more news explained in simple business English.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye for now.